Have you ever had the feeling that your mind isn't keeping up with the life you want to live? You try to focus, but your thoughts scatter. You learn something today, and tomorrow it's already gone. You want discipline, but your habits drift back into distraction. If that sounds familiar, don't blame yourself. Your brain was not designed for the world you're living in. Constant notifications, non-stop information, and endless choices overload the very system that's supposed to help you grow. And yet, there are people who seem to stay focused, learn faster, and remain grounded no matter how chaotic life becomes. What makes them different? Not talent, not luck, not some superhuman willpower. They follow a way of training the mind that is simple, practical, and rooted in principles that shaped some of the most disciplined humans in history. To show you this way, I want to tell you the story of a man named Kaizen. Not a samurai, not a monk, just an ordinary man who felt his life slipping out of his own hands. A man faced with the same modern problems you face today. Kaizen worked hard. He tried to improve. He tried to learn new things. But every time he made progress, he fell right back into old patterns. He would start strong, full of motivation, then get overwhelmed, distracted, or discouraged. The harder he pushed, the more exhausted he felt. One winter, after a long stretch of burnout, he took a break in a small Japanese town. While wandering through the snow-covered streets, he found an old training hall. Inside was an elderly teacher, repairing a wooden practice sword. Kaizen apologized for intruding, but the old man smiled. "You're not intruding. You look lost. Sit." That conversation changed his life. The teacher asked him a simple question. "Why do you believe improvement must feel like force?" Kaizen didn't know. It was all he'd ever tried. Push harder, try more, grind longer. The teacher shook his head gently. "No, growth is not force. Growth is alignment. I will show you." That day, Kaizen began learning something unexpected. Not how to fight, not how to meditate, but how to retrain the way his mind handled challenge, information, and distraction. The first lesson was surprising. Before learning anything, clear the mental noise. The teacher placed 2 bowls on the floor, one filled with clear water, one constantly stirred. "Information can only settle in a still mind," he said. "You keep trying to pour knowledge into water that never stops moving." Kaizen learned a simple routine. Before doing anything important, take 1 minute to slow his breathing and let the mental clutter sink. Not a spiritual ritual, not a deep meditation, just 1 quiet minute. To his shock, work that normally took him half an hour took 10 minutes when he did this first. The second lesson was even simpler. Build focus on purpose, not by accident. The teacher gave Kaizen a short wooden stick. "Hold your attention here," he instructed. "Not tightly, not loosely. Notice when you drift, then return." It sounded too easy until Kaizen tried it. His mind jumped everywhere, plans, regrets, random fragments of thought. But returning to the stick, again and again, strengthened something in him. Within a week, his ability to stay on one task at a time had doubled. This wasn't mystical. It was training a mental muscle he'd never used correctly. The third lesson was the one that changed his productivity forever. The teacher brought Kaizen a set of wooden blocks. "Build the tower," he said. Kaizen began stacking, but quickly became frustrated. The blocks were uneven, the structure kept falling, and he rushed to correct mistakes. The teacher gently removed the tower and handed him just 1 block. "This is your mistake. You try to build everything at once. Master this one block, then add the next. Kaizen restructured his entire way of working. Instead of overwhelming to-do lists, he broke challenges into pieces so small they almost felt laughable. But they worked. Tiny tasks got finished. Finished tasks built momentum. Momentum built discipline. The fourth lesson brought everything together. The teacher handed Kaizen a practice sword. Now, try to swing it. Kaizen lifted it with determination, but the teacher stopped him. No force. Feel the movement. Notice the tension. Adjust. Refine. Repeat. Kaizen learned something essential. Skill doesn't come from performing something many times. Skill comes from performing something with full awareness, correcting tiny errors, and repeating the corrected version until it becomes automatic. The teacher explained that the brain rewires itself through precise repetition, not blind repetition. Every small correction deepened the neural pathway. Within days, Kaizen's movements became smoother. Within weeks, tasks that once felt complicated now felt easy. But the final lesson was the most practical of all. Kaizen sat with the teacher one evening and said, "I want to become someone who stays consistent, someone who follows through." The teacher nodded. "Then you must stop fighting your mind and start designing your environment." This meant removing distractions before starting work instead of resisting them later. Preparing tools the night before instead of searching for them while working. Setting cues and routines that made the mind recognize this is focus time. Keeping learning sessions short so the brain never burns out. Consistency, the teacher explained, is not a personality trait. It is a system. Slowly, Kaizen's life transformed. Not through dramatic moments, but through small, controlled shifts in how he managed his attention, his effort, and his environment. When Kaizen finally returned home, his friends asked him what the old man had taught him. They expected some legendary secret. But the truth was almost disappointing in its simplicity. Calm your mind. Focus intentionally. Break tasks down. Repeat with awareness. Design your environment for success. No magic, no ancient scroll. Just a method of training the mind that anyone, anywhere can use. And now it's yours. You don't need years of discipline to change your life. You need a method that works with the brain instead of against it. If you want to start becoming a calmer, more focused, more capable version of yourself, here are 10 practical takeaways you can apply immediately. Start every important task with 1 minute of quiet breathing to clear mental noise. Use a single focus point, an object, a word, a timer, to train and anchor your attention. Break work into pieces so small they feel effortless. Momentum matters more than intensity. Practice active recall when learning. Retrieve information instead of rereading it. Use spaced repetition to strengthen memory by revisiting information just before forgetting. Repeat skills with awareness, correcting small mistakes before they become habits. Remove distractions before working. Don't rely on willpower mid-task. Use short, defined work blocks, 10 to 20 minutes, followed by brief resets. Create tiny daily routines that signal your brain. Now we focus. Track progress in small wins, not big leaps. Consistency compounds. Your mind is not broken. It is simply waiting for you to train it the right way. And once you do, the change is unmistakable. Clearer thoughts, stronger focus, better learning. A calmer, quieter, more capable version of you. This path is not ancient. It is not modern. It is human. And it begins the moment you decide to take the first small step.